Are they badly written at this point? Like so far?
I don't think so because and it's I think and it's not fair that we need the flashback to get to that point. Mm-hmm. But like,
because how many chapters are we in so far?
How do I say
you know what I'm
this?
saying? And we're still like, we need a flashback.
Okay.
Did we need a flashback from Doflamingo?
No, but this
That's
isn't
what I'm
going to be.
saying.
This isn't. Yes, we did, but this isn't going to be fair. Doflamingo is just a much more charismatic character in general. Like his appearance, the fact like he was from that pre-time skip era, and like he's been a mystery to us for so much longer than Kaido was.
I'm just going to add to you. I mean, like, also Doflamingo is also a very flamboyant character as well. Like he very
not in the King way.
Yeah, not in the King way, but like very showy. Mm-hmm. So like, while these two are more like just strength. Yeah. You know. But go ahead.
And beyond that, so it's like this isn't an apples to apples comparison, but like if you never got Robin's backstory and it's just mystery about girl stuff, and she's doing the stuff that she's doing, would you consider her badly written because she's taking these grand actions, which you don't have the understanding as to why she's doing them? You get what I mean?
But that comes with like, this character is gonna be here for an exponential amount of time. Like we're only with Kaido for this arc. Do you see Kaido lasting past this arc?
One, this is the biggest arc in the history of the series. I mean, unless you count Marine Ford and Impel Down as one arc.
But that's what I'm saying. You can't unfairly say like Robin. Like how long did it take for Sanji to get a backstory? But we liked Sanji.
Yeah, some people like Sanji.
I mean, I liked him pre-time.
I get you. I'm just saying the actions of a character. Like even Sanji's another example. His actions with Luffy, we didn't get his backstory yet. So when we saw that, we were like, "Yo, what the hell is Sanji doing?"
I just don't feel like Kaido has put up that type of energy for us to be like, "Yeah."
What about Crocodile? How do you Crocodile?
Crocodile was
a perfect villain.
Crocodile
didn't even need a backstory.
That's what I'm trying to say. Because like
perfection.
Him, all we have of him is basically we have no reason to why he did anything. All it is like I had a goal. For whatever reason, I wanted I went from a pirate to Shichibukai. Because he was kind of slowly trying to get out of the pirate game.
But this is what I get that too. But at the same time, it's like, what's Kaido's actual goal? Can you tell me?
It's so far from what we know so far, it's to die a grand death, an epic death like Whitebeard and Roger and maybe Rox did, Odin did. Like he wants to die a grand death, and if he can't die that death, he wants to, because he doesn't believe he can die, he doesn't believe anybody can actually kill him. He wants to destroy the world as it is, because that could either lead to that, or at the minimum, it will just appease that grand thing that he wants to do.
Okay, so hold on, Lawrence. I'll let you go right after. The reason I asked that question is because that goal isn't relatable.
Yeah, it's not.
He doesn't have a relatable type of goal that makes you feel like, oh, I get what he means. Sometimes your greatest villains are the heroes of their own story. He doesn't have that. He doesn't give you that vibe. And that, like when you brought up Crocodile, right? Like Crocodile wanted the ancient weapons. He brought some type of mystery we knew existed, but we just didn't know what it was. And he did it in this way where like he had his own crew, but like he was secretly sending like his own CP0s around the world. It was like even Doflamingo had that same type of aspect where it brought an interest because he was a celestial dragon. It's like everything that we've seen from Kaido, he's an Oni. Cool. What's up with the Onis? Probably flashback time. How long is it going to take until we get that? Yeah. Like, can you go another 10 to 15 chapters of just like no flashback of Kaido and we're just still getting these little tidbits?
No, we need it.
No, yeah.
Just need Luffy to lose first. I've been said that. Luffy loses again. Luffy loses again. Kaido's flashback starts. It'll be lit. And the thing is, with villains, especially in long-running series like this, the villain is supposed to do a few things, right? Like you're talking about to be the hero of their own story. That can be true, yes, and that's typically true with almost every One Piece villain. But they have to be able to correlate with Luffy. So how does Kaido and Luffy bounce off of each other? How does Luffy grow in his struggle versus Kaido?
It's sad to say this, but it's because he's the learning curve Yonko. and it's disrespectful.
Yeah, but remember we talked about why he is. It's only because, and that's why I'm gonna go back to feeding into why he is. But that's what I'm saying is why we need the backstory and feed more into his character. Because Sebastian Morgul, right, his end goal was seemingly now is to destroy the world or have a great war for something. But does that match up what earlier Kaido said? I want to change the world. Do they coincide? Changing the world and destroying the world are kind of different things. Because one is like you're ending it, and one is you're trying to change it.
It's so funny that like we're seeing just a beefier Gecko Moria, bro. Because like literally what Kaido did to Gecko Moria is like kind of what just happened to him for some reson. But see, that's the thing too. It's the thing is because he's had such a dramatic shift in personality and goals.
Yeah.
Like how do you go from saying I want to change the world to being like I just want to have the greatest war? Like what happened to you, bro? Like this is why I say this flashback should have been had probably when right after he knocked off Luffy before the Joy Boy comment. Like after the Joy Boy comment, it should have went straight into Kaido's flashback. That way we could have just had some more context as to what was going on, and it would have made King not seem to have to carry such a burden now, which I think it's a burden on his shoulders, but now he's out. But so we can't give him that type of credit anymore.
But do you see what happens with doing it later does? We're thirsty for it. And you can get, remember I was talking about the bounce between Kaido and Luffy? You can get more, like a deeper connection between them two by having them continue to fight and to actually have Kaido trigger the backstory. When he just beat Luffy and he has the Joy Boy thought, why would he think about anything major to his life then? But if him and Luffy are going toe to toe, and he finally like beats Luffy, and it's like, then you have that moment. Then you have the I almost lost. Like this dude really came for me. I can. Like he starts thinking back to the legendary pirates like Rocks. Like when he got hit the first time.
Yeah.
He thought about Rocks, Shanks, Roger, Odin, Whitebeard. He thought about them. When he knocked Luffy off the island, and he's done, and it's like whatever. That's not going to make you think about them. That's not going to make you have the flashback.
But it does make me think of Naruto. Because it's like every bad villain that happened to like come into Naruto and was about to get defeated had a flashback. And like that ran sour after a while. Because it's like, yo, I expect now he's going to lose. Because he has, like, people were like, yo, if there's a flashback that happens, that character is done. And I remember that
run of like, damn, it's over for Zetsu or whatever.
The thing is, I think Oda's too great of a writer in order to have that happen. Like for us to feel that way, because again, it comes into the whole Luffy's fate/destiny type of road path that he's created, but probably really hasn't. And it's like, I get it. And then to bring up your point about the Joy Boy situation, about like why was Roger too early? Poseidon wasn't born yet. Yeah. Like you could be as strong as you want, but you need Poseidon in order to become the Joy Boy. Yeah. Which is why like Joy Boy, whoever that was in the past, said sorry to the fishmen because she was the mermaid alive then? Do you know?
I'd have to go back and read it. I don't remember. Right?
Sorry.
He just said he apologized for something that he had done. I don't know if he had apologized because the timing was wrong. He seemed like he was apologizing for an action he had taken that might have messed whatever the game plan was up. Or something he didn't do. It was something like that. No. I don't think it was I'm sorry I'm too early. It was I'm sorry something I did is going to mess this up and we didn't get it done. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So because the reason I was thinking of why tying that and feeding to what Sebastian was saying, because remember Kaido's reaction to when he knocked Luffy off, right? He was still not really impressed with Luffy, right? He's just like, oh, but he did also say something fast. You couldn't be Joy Boy either. So that could be applying to himself, or it could have been applying to Rocks. It could have been applying to whoever, right? But he knows that you couldn't be Joy Boy either. But now we see, again, going into Kaido, what Kaido wanted, right? He went from, I want to change the world to now I want a big war, right? He wants, he's going suicidal mode, but he wants a thrill. He wants excitement. Why he's the learning curve Yonko is because he's kind of like bored with what he is because all the greats, he's outlasting them. Everyone else is dying while he's not. He wants a challenge. He's like, I'm this powerful person, but I have no one to show my strength is. So the reason how I can do it, all right, I'll have the greatest war on the earth. that would give me amusement. So now he's fighting Luffy, where Kaido's actually enjoying himself. So this could lead into like where it can even go into where he said, "I wanted to change the world." A flashback where like maybe him wanted to be Joy Boy earlier, or where I wanted to change the world. Where Luffy reminds him, "I was like him once," or that energy, this vulgar, there's something where we get the flashback later on. That could awaken in Kaido now with this fight with Luffy. Hopefully Luffy still loses, right? But it could trigger something because Kaido wasn't enjoying himself. It was more amusement and little entertainment. But he says, so am I. So he's legit enjoying himself with his fight with Luffy now. Sorry, I kind of had it now.
No, it's fine.
Yeah,
you know what it is? I'm just starting to realize like Kaido might be the kid of like the Yonko, bro, and I'm so disappointed because like he's starting to seem like a character that all right. So how can I explain this correctly without like coughing and stuff? So King tells Kaido, "You can possibly be Joy Boy," right? And obviously this idea has stuck with him to the point where he is now, and the Joy Boy thing still matters to him, right? Which is why he brought it up when he knocked Luffy off the cliff. And he seems like a character that takes inspiration from other great characters, such as like Rocks being a great pirate, right? He must have got some inspiration to be a pirate or to be as great as he is right now. He did the same thing with Whitebeard, wanting to go to the war when Whitebeard had the greatest war ever. And then he does it now with like kind of like with Luffy and like what he's been able to accomplish so far. This is why he loves to fight. It's like his character only becomes like good when other characters are around to support his like personality traits. And it's like, I don't know if I like that within a character. I don't know if I like seeing a character only be able to function off of other characters. It makes it feel like he's less interesting than I thought already. You get what I'm talking about or not? Mm-hmm. So it's like, if King never says that, like, does the Joy Boy thing matter? Like, if Whitebeard, or Rocks wasn't in the picture, would he be as great as he is now? Like, possibly not. But it doesn't seem like he has his own kind of goals in a way. Like, he just does what everybody else does. So, I don't know. I don't know, man. I think he could be more interesting.